Five Nights at Freddy's fan 555 here. Welcome to my BG Drive crash testing stream number 32. So, first, before we start, I want to say that I know it's been a while from when I did a video or live stream last. So busy with school and work now, I just don't really have the time as much as I'd like to anymore. Busy with school and work now anymore like I like to. But I hope you can all see and hear everything okay. And if anybody's watching, please let me know in the comments below. I'll try to give you a shout out during the stream. So, don't know if you guys remember or not, but we kind of left off with one of the Ibishu Pigeon vehicles from last time we did a stream. So we're going to do it and the police car version of that car, if you can see it. And I already have the car hauler flatbed truck set up down there at the other end. And it's the flatbed part of it lowered and positioned for us to go over and use for crash testing now. King Ninja Video Maker said hi. Hey, thank you for coming. I know it's been a while since I did a stream last. Hope that all of you had a good Thanksgiving this year. Hope your Thanksgiving this year went well. Mine did. I don't know why we got stuck, but okay. I think for whatever reason, the Ibishu pigeons are just too low and can't get them to go over the ramp for this whatever reason. So we'll have to try a different vehicle with it instead. And we'll probably damage the trailer, the flatbed truck a little bit there. Actually, no, we might be fine. At least I think so. So let's switch back over to this vehicle. Go back to here right quick. What's that one? Yeah. Turn on the light bar. Siren. This is like an Italian police car. That's what this is. We're gonna crash test it first, I guess, since the Ibishu Pigeon, for whatever reason, does not like to go over the ramp. Well, it didn't quite go flying over like I had wanted, but that's okay. Turn the sirens off. Is it still drivable? Would still be it is still drivable for somewhat. Because of how it's sitting on the ramp. Not going to be able to drive it right now. It did damage to the back part of the ramp there a little bit, I think, but not much. It did hit into it pretty hard. Back up a little further, see if we can get more speed out of one of the next vehicles we choose. I'd say that there's probably good enough. We're going to use the LKS pre-runner. We're going to put the spawn head in next for in place of this vehicle. We're going to use the Enderdome version of it though, since it has kind of like a crash test skin on it. And delete and spawn in another new vehicle in its place, because I don't feel like backing it up all the way over there. So go to manage and remove current vehicle. That's it. We're going to do the Hirachi SB R4. Wow. This one must be new almost, I think. We'll spawn that in here a little bit. There's so we're gonna use the regular one that we have right now. I think this one's like a hybrid or electric one. We'll do it too, maybe. But first we're going to spawn in this as a new vehicle to start out with. Alright, check on the comments again real quick. Okay. First. This type of these vehicles for this model of car I like because they tend to be pretty fast. Already almost up to 80 miles an hour, which is pretty fast. Almost 100. Got it go flying over. But almost had it doing a barrel roll. Well, if we had enough momentum to keep flipping, we would have did a barrel roll because now we're now sitting. Put it back on its wheels. Probably could still drive it if we wanted. It seems to still run and still be somewhat drivable still, despite the amount of damage it now has. It's not too terribly bad damage to its interior view of its truck. Oops, must have the camera. Fix it right quick. There we go. For these trucks, these racing trucks, you have to kind of start out slow at first before you floor it, before you floor the accelerator pedal, or it'll spin out and crash it. It's probably really just about the only thing I don't like about it. And if trying to make a sharp turn with it, you can also spin out. Hit the back of the cab of that truck. See what happens as we come back on the ground with it. Get into part of the side of the car that we did first. Not damaged bad enough to where we can not drive it anymore. It'll still run. Front end load is damaged. Pretty good. Other than that, it's actually not really too badly damaged from that. So reset it. Change it out with that same car we do first. So we're going to do what I think is the hybrid version of it. And that would be this one. The high performance dual motor electric variant. So yeah, this is the hybrid version, which is way faster which is what I like about it. Okay, so I'll go back to the truck. Because of that truck we did over it, we definitely damaged the back of the cab for this, by going over it like we did. Take a look at the interior. Can't really see the interior too well anymore now. But the driver, if there were a driver in it, they'd be probably either killed or pretty badly injured. Most likely is pretty badly injured. If they were to end up living from that or spawn in. Another vehicle for this one. Gonna do the just like a 1950s style car that comes with the game when you get it. And to be honest, it's one of my favorite cars out from the game because it's a older car. I like older cars like these. So the thing about BMG Drive though for these vehicles is they're a little more difficult to find. For whenever you want to have a new vehicle to download and install for a mod, we're gonna do it first. It gets up to speed pretty well as well. Almost 70 miles an hour by the time we get over here. Enough to get it flying over though, so it is still drivable, just that the driver's side tire is damaged, slightly damaged. Not really any like severe damage to the body or anything, because of how we landed with it. Now we're going to do the hybrid version of this vehicle. I'll show you how quickly it speeds up. As soon as you start to accelerate, you're already flying up to 70 miles an hour. That's how quick it speeds up. By the time we get over here, we're going to be at almost 200 miles an hour. That's how fast that vehicle goes. And there's going to be a good bit amount of damage to it by the time we get to stopping. Either that or it'll hit a tree, which We almost did. Now, can we still drive it? I wonder. You kind of can. Steering those damaged to the point where you can't steer it good anymore now, though. But for the most part, you can sort of kind of still drive it if you wanted. You can reset it now. Now we're going to do this one. Spot it in right quick. Wow. I like this one, to be honest. I really love the look of this one. It looks like it has wrap on it. To be honest, it looks way better with wrap on it. It looks pretty cool. It looks like it's a really fast car like that, and I believe it is. I think it is also a hybrid. The way it shines like that with what looks like wrap on it, I really like that look of it. I don't know if that was part of a update from last time we did a stream or what. Let's see. See if there's one other one of the Burnside special we can do. I do the drag, but thing is getting it to stay is pretty difficult to do because it speeds up so quickly. So we're gonna do the custom. It's also pretty fast once you get up to speed. Not as fast as the dragster version of it, though. The dragster version of it, as soon as you the dragster version of it, when you first press on the accelerator button, which is the up arrow, you pretty much immediately right away shoots up to almost 50 miles an hour at first when you first start going, and I'm like, jeez. And it wants to spin out when you do that. So I always mash on it a little bit instead of flooring it. And then once I get it up going pretty fast, and then floor it. So we did a little bit of a barrel roll with this. It does still run and drive. Just not really too good at steering anymore. And it appears we had ruptured the fuel tank. And by looking over here as well, the fuel gauge, fuel's going down. Whenever you're matching on the accelerator now, it goes down some, which means that the fuel tank has been ruptured. So can still drive it for a little while, but then it's not going to run anymore after that because the fuel tank heavily damaged. The entire vehicle was heavily damaged from that. The driver's view, because of how the roof had crushed in where the driver would be, he would have probably he would have most likely definitely have broken his neck during the wreck, and with it flipping like it was. If the driver were to live from that, he would either be paralyzed for the rest of his life if he were to live from it, or not be paralyzed from it. But then there's also could die from that as well. And the fuel gauge is now showing empty. The engine is now showing red over here, which means it no longer runs. So you can press on the up arrow to accelerate, down arrow to go in reverse. It will no longer do anything. And then, of course, the side arrows are for steering it to the right and the left. So now that we've crashed it, take a look at the truck. A little bit more damage that's been done to it. Go back to this car. See what we can do with it. Yeah, it's a hybrid because it's right after taking off with it. We're already now at 80 miles an hour, almost 100 now. And then around 130 to 150 miles an hour after that. Wow, the way we landed that was pretty cool. Front end first, basically we did a nosedive. And even though it is a hybrid vehicle, it does still have a fuel tank, which I guess it does still have a regular engine, sort of, but then not really. So even though it flipped upside down, engine is in. It has an electric motor for the engine. It's got a big electric motor for the engine. Let's see if we can still drive it though. Can still drive it if we wanted to. So even though it's heavily, severely damaged now for the body of it, could still drive it if you wanted. see if I can get interior view. Oh, wow, it's nice on the inside. I'm gonna respawn it first and get a better look at the inside after we look at it the way it is now. Driver, passengers, they would probably not live from that because of how it had nosedived. It nosedived first when it first hit the ground after going over the ramp. And then after it did that, it slammed down onto its roof, which would have most likely killed everyone almost instantly. Probably would most likely happen in a real life particular crash similar to that. Not going over a ramp like that, but at least something similar. So we're going to reset both vehicles first and get better interior view of it. And we'll go ahead and change this out with a different vehicle real quick before we do look. Alright, next is the Warachi Sunburst for this vehicle. We'll do the normal first, and I think we'll go with the either track or rally version after for it. Alright. Getting better. Alright. Looks pretty nice on the interior. It's got kind of like LCD screens for the gauges in it, like a newer car today would, or a hybrid. Got one there above the radio, or for the radio as well. Got what looks like brass in areas in there, like a copper brass type color inside there in places for door handles, that sort of thing. Back in the vehicle. It's a pretty nice looking car, that's for sure. What I really like about it, I'm going to say again, is because it looks like it has car wrap on it, which is, to be honest, what I really like about it. So, but anyways, we're going to change it out with something else now. We'll do the hill climb with it now, but we're going to do the next vehicle. That next vehicle is the Solland Windover, which is one of the newer vehicles that was added to the game. we're going to do the regular of it, and then we're going to do maybe this vehicle later. Either that, or we'll do either race or rally, but we'll see. Alright. Check for comments again. Okay, we have Union Pacific 401 fan. He asked, you do mods, and can you download a Keon SC GG Acura or Acera, whatever that is, and flip it at high speed. I'll have to see if I can find that sometime, but yes, I will definitely try doing that. And yes, I do mod. Thank you for coming to the stream, by the way. Hope you're enjoying it so far. And King Ninja Videomaker said, when's the next reaction video? Said also, did you see my Awesome Team Halloween special? Working on the movie now. Doing the soundtrack first. Got announced to make if you want to hear it. It said so Ninja David Season 4 Galaxy Defenders is getting a spin-off called Galaxy Defenders Save the World. That sounds pretty cool. First, yes, I have seen your Awesome Team Halloween special video. I have seen it. I like it. It was pretty good. And when I'm doing my next reaction video or stream, it will have to be probably sometime next week or the week after, depending on how busy I am. I guess, especially because I'm just so busy with school and work now, I'm just not really able to upload as much as I'd like to anymore. I'll definitely try doing it sometime next week. I just don't know when that'd be. And I do have another new toy random destruction video that I had made, I think last month at one point, that I had started working on editing for part 1 of a new video for my toy random destruction video that I did. All editing for it is finished now, except for putting in background music. That's really only other thing it needs before it's finished and ready to upload, but it should be ready sometime soon. I'm gonna try to work on it to finish it maybe tomorrow at some point if I have time. Don't know if I'll be able to or not, but we'll see. And if not, it'll be sometime this week. We're gonna crash this first. See if it'll do a barrel roll. Yep. Did a barrel roll with it. Almost hit that power line pole there. We were pretty close to it, but we didn't hit it. We almost flipped it back over onto its wheels as well. Instead, it kind of wanted to just sit there outside. It almost rolled over. It almost completely rolled over the opposite direction onto its roof, but it didn't. Can kind of still drive it. Steering still okay. Still runs and drives as well. Roof on the driver's side. The passenger area in the back. Driver's side is one that was crushed a little bit. Not really much. Well, I guess some of it would be considered severe damage, but then some of it isn't at the same time. Now for the Huarache Sunburst. Looks like it's going to do a nosedive. Yep. Almost did a barrel roll, but we didn't. It does still run. Looks like it might still drive. Let's see if it does. Steering still works also. So yeah, it could still drive it if you wanted. Sunroof shattered, along with the window on the passenger side and the rear. The rear window also. Reset it. Okay, change out vehicles. But with more of the faster ones for them. So pretty much the same vehicle, but the faster ones. Let's see what this is. It's the Wendover Fink Appliances 10,000. We're gonna spawn it and do it for one of them. Do one of the faster ones for the Huarache Sunburst. We're going to go with the track version for it. Track or race, whichever it was, the version of it we're going to go with. Alright, let's see if it still drives. Yep, still drives. Steering seems to be somewhat okay as well. Even though the driver's side tire is missing, still drives okay. Apparently, and it's not really, the body of it isn't really too badly damaged in the rear. It looks like it was pretty much mostly only the bumper in the rear, and then the front end is damaged pretty badly on the driver's side part of it, which is why we lost that one tire. Wrong button. What? Go back to the game. I don't know what happened. It says it's loading something, so I don't know. I guess we'll see. No, the game crashed. Well, because the game crashed, I guess that's all we're gonna do for now, for this stream, because it's gonna take me at least a few minutes or so for me to set everything back up, and the stream is almost an hour long now anyways, and there's not really any point now because it'd be close to an hour long by the time I got everything set back up. So anyways, I hope you all enjoy my new BMG Drive crash testing live stream for this time, and like, comment, and subscribe, notification bell, and click on all so you'll be notified for all my new videos and streams that I make and upload. And until hopefully sometime later this week or next week, I will see you guys again in either my next new Ratchet stream or my new Minecraft city building stream. So until then, thank you all for watching.